Hey everyone, welcome back. Day 13. I'm so proud of you and I hope you feel it because this is an amazing accomplishment to get this far, and you're at the point now where you can really feel where you can go, where this whole program can take you. We are giving you a foot into the door and you can keep opening that door. I want to recap a couple of things. We've really been talking a lot about beliefs because beliefs trip us up, and having particularly negative beliefs against living healthier and feeling like it's painful if we don't eat unhealthy. And we've talked about ways to change those associations. Remember, I had you make a list of all the negative repercussions that you've experienced and even will experience far into the future. And all of these in terms related to unhealthy eating. And then yesterday, we had you make a list of all the great things you have to look forward to by living healthier. And that's really exciting. And that's about having those goals to look forward to and those changes to look forward to. And it's almost like something comes out of the future and is pulling and willing you there. And that's how that momentum builds. What we're talking about doing is changing the meaning of how you relate to food. For example, I could be on a diet. One person could be on a diet and say, oh my gosh, I'm so miserable being on this diet, it stinks. And another person could be, my gosh, I'm so grateful to be able to be on this diet. I'm going to get healthy. I'm going to experience health that I've never had before. And I'm so happy to have this opportunity and how it's going to change my life and bring me so much more joy. Which person is going to be successful in the long run? And that's what we're trying to do, is get you to be person B who's really happy about this. In fact, you could wake up every morning and say, oh my gosh, I am so happy. I'm so grateful to be on this cleanse because it's going to bring me an unbelievable life. And just saying that every morning, it will change your mind and your experiences. Our mind does and believes what we tell it. And unfortunately, we've just been telling it the wrong things and letting the advertisers decide what gets said. You now are going to police what goes in here, and you're going to decide. You're going to be empowered. And to start this, you have to break those patterns, and that's why I talked about some of the things we did yesterday, the silly things where I did the chicken dance. It's all about diverting attention, changing where your focus is going. Instead of sitting there going, oh, I really want that cookie, I want that cookie. It's like, well, I'm going to go dance around and listen to Katy Perry or whatever you want to. And that is going to change. Or go exercise, or go call your best friend, or do something that is going to divert your attention. Whether you just, shake your arms and jump up and down, screaming, I'm not going to eat unhealthy anymore, I'm not going to eat unhealthy anymore. It doesn't matter. It's like, do something crazy. Eventually, you're going to be breaking those habits. You keep doing that. And as those habits break, and you've added new healthy habits in, those are going to be the habits that come up. I don't eat snacks in the evening. I can't believe I don't. But it doesn't even occur to me. If I sit in the evening and watch TV or whatever I do, it doesn't occur to me, it's 7 or 8 o'clock. It's time for me to have something. I just don't do it anymore, and my mind doesn't bring it up. But in the beginning, my mind was like, cookie time, go get those cookies. Better get that cookie now. Oh, I'm going to make you feel bad. Because this is what we do. It's 7 o'clock. And that takes time to break those old patterns. Let me tell you a great metaphor I heard from Tony Robbins, who's like the king of changing behavior. The metaphor is about a piano tuner coming to his house. He had a grand piano that nobody played, and they decided somebody would play it, they'd get it tuned. The tuner comes, he tunes it all up, and he's walking out the door. He says, I'll see you in a week. Tony Robbins is like, a week? I just paid you good money to tune this thing. What are you coming back here in a week? He says, well, it's been out of tune for a long time. And I'm going to have to come back a few more times. I'm going to have to come back in a week, and then 6 weeks, and then 3 months. And eventually, it's going to hold. And that's exactly what we're talking about. The changes that you're developing during this 21 or 28-day process, whichever one you're doing, this is, as I said before, a foot in the door. We haven't broken those habits completely. That's going to take some time, just like the piano to get tuned, and you want to stay on it. I even recommend going back and reviewing these videos and just refreshing them and taking notes and just coming up with your own little plan of what it is you're going to do. You definitely want to make that this is important to you. It's got to be something you are going to do and keep doing no matter what, because eventually you'll be off this cleanse. And you want to keep going and building on your health. You want to break those old behaviors and you want to build new behaviors. And that's what you're working on. Keep that in mind. Take a look at your lists. Keep adding to the list, especially making sure that you can come up with everything negative that you could possibly think about that eating unhealthy is going to cause you. Even go way into your future that you're 80 years old and you're going to be overweight and you won't be able to get out of a wheelchair and you'll be stuck there and not be able to move. It's like all of our worst fears, but that's okay. Because then you're going to have a really great picture of being healthy and how you're going to be the person who's 80 some odd years old, 90 some odd, 100 maybe, who's going to be moving around, who's going to be upright and positive and looking at all the beauty that's in the world that can be appreciated. Okay, next time we're going to get together, you will be on day 15. We're starting to wind down a little bit for some of you. And next time we'll be talking about some of the physical characteristics that we have to deal with, because there really are physical ones. It's not just up here, but it's in the body too. And continue to break those patterns. Remember, they only have as much control over you as you let them. And the longer you just change and divert your attention, the weaker they're going to get, and the less hold they'll have on you, and you'll be in charge. All right, guys. See you soon.